All right. Number 3.
I'm going to get this can opening right up next to the mic.
No,
Just
pull it
nice
away.
and juicy
It's going to be
for you.
loud. Your mic's already especially hot. Oh, yeah, that already clipped. So, all
For the
right.
record, my drinking of any particular beverage upon this podcast is not an endorsement of said beverage.
Right, and we're all being very responsible about it. We're all not getting in our cars as soon as we're done with this. If you're going to make the decision to have an adult beverage, don't be an idiot about it. So, number 3 is, what the bleep have you done for the label? So, I guess I should start.
You are the label.
I am the label, aren't I? But we're really a family. This is really the way I look at the label. Is I'm the label in that somebody has to be the label, but ultimately, like, the whole idea behind the label is I want to make sure that all of my friends and everybody who's out there doing good work, I want to help them find an audience, right? And the only way we can do that is to build an audience. And so there's a little bit of cross-pollination that has to go on. So, for example, like, what does a podcast have to do with the record label? Well, hopefully somebody watches this and thinks we're funny. Probably not, but, you know. So,
I'm not sure we've been that funny so far.
oh, we'll let the internet decide. Thumbs up if we're funny, thumbs down if we're not.
I think we have opinions, and we have stated them.
Yeah, that's true, right? And nothing too controversial, I don't think. Though I think the Christian right's going to come after you for being atheist.
Just distressingly not nearly controversial enough.
Right. So with this section, though...
By the way, Christian Right, you can come after me too. I might not be as vocal, but hey, right here.
So this... So you guys... So obviously the standards for you are much lower, right? You're... I consider you part of the family. Greg, you're not actually on the label, though we're just interlinked forever.
I don't know. Was the Thunderwake album put out on the label?
Well, yeah, because it used to be Left Nut Records, and now it's Get Off My Lawn Records.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
The name is so conducive to a family environment.
It's really a family-friendly show, right? It's Get Off My Lawn. The way I look at it is it's this suburban angst that happens even when you're in your middle. You know, even as I've crossed that, like, I'm 15 and I hate the world, and now I'm like, I'm 33 and I still kind of hate the world. And
well, I hate the world, but I hate it for very different reasons than I did from when I was 15.
Yeah, so the angst never goes away, but it certainly subdues a little bit, and that's why not all of all the music on the label is super heavy and loud, and, you know, we're grown-ups now, so let's listen to some good stuff and yell at some kids to get off our lawns, because, damn it, it's my lawn. And I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see that kid spitting on the lawn.
Says the man in the disco hoodie.
Yeah, okay. So let's start with you. Greg, have you done anything for the label this week?
This week?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have. How long ago did we shoot that last Freeform Friday?
Yeah, I guess that was about a week and a couple of days. So
I was running cameras on one of those shows for the YouTube channel.
right.
But, other than that, this week for the label, I don't think I've done anything.
Okay. So how about share? If you see the stuff, just share it. Yeah, I know you share Steven's stuff, so that's something you've done for the label. And we've gone off and we've shared your book. Do you have your book? Did we bring that upstairs?
Yeah, I got 2 books here.
You got 2 books? Yeah, that's the book, right? That we're trying to help him sell copies of. It's Donald Trump and the Hairpiece of Evil. It's available on that's totally blank.
There's no way that that's going to be seen on camera.
Donald Trump and the Hairpiece of Evil. We'll put a link in the description.
It is really hard to overstate how funny this book is. It is like, I'm a huge politics junkie. Don explicitly forbid me from discussing politics on this podcast.
I just don't want death threats.
He knows how deep that rabbit hole goes. And this is the perfect book if you are a political junkie or if you hate everything about politics. Either way, this is the book for you. Like, it is so funny and can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, because it's basically you got really hip to all of the crazy stuff that was going on. And so you just started referencing all of it, but ultimately you're not that political.
In a ridiculous sci-fi comedy satire kind of way.
Right.
I mean, none of it's played very real. It's all about this evil hairpiece looking creature that crawls out of a swamp and latches onto Trump's brain and then starts piloting him and sending him on this quest for attention and negative energy. That starts in pop culture and reality TV and stuff and translates from there into politics, which is basically reality TV, and it's all portrayed there as America's next top president.
Yep.
So it's
funny. It's
bizarre.
funny.
It's bizarre. It's funny. It's not really. I mean, it does make fun of Trump a lot. It also makes fun of Hillary and Ted Cruz and everybody a lot. It's got jokes in there attacking libertarians. It's pretty much a take no prisoners kind of thing.
All right,
And,
that's enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you didn't do anything for the label this week. Stephen, what
I'm
have
on
you...
the podcast.
Yes, you are. There you go. Stephen, what have you done for the label this week?
Well, I also participated in the shooting of your last Freeform Friday, which
Right.
was an awesome show and an excellent location. I've also been retweeting some of your stuff
Yep.
through my Reverend Walker account.
I saw that.
And, just by pushing my podcast, I'm also pushing your lovely facility here. So I'm doing whatever I can in that regard.
Well, I don't really care about pushing the facility. It's a nice room full of stuff, right? But the reality is I'm not a for-hire studio. So if somebody says, yeah, I'll pay you to record, I'm going, what do you sound like? And then don't pay me, I'm going to keep a cut, I'll release it. I figured out a long time ago I'd be much happier doing that. So my whole idea is try to help everybody who doesn't have the means or the facilities to do it themselves. Like, you could do your podcast at home, but the bird.
Right. Well, I listen to a ton of podcasts. I
Right.
absorb a ridiculous amount of podcast content from all across the quality spectrum, and I have a very good ear for what sounds professional and what doesn't.
Sure.
And so when I said about doing my own podcast, it was like I don't believe I can get the sound I want at home. I need a man like yourself who actually has the right equipment.
Sure.
And it's been an excellent deal for me because, as you can imagine, a podcast about science advocacy is not exactly raking in the big bucks. Like,
Yeah.
That's something I'm doing as a public service, and that I hope people can glean actual benefit from, but it's not about money on any level. So your offer of this place and my video services to you could not be more appreciated.
Yeah, well, I like what you do. I don't always agree with it, but I like what you do. And you do a good job with them. Greg, you were here when I wrote the theme song for that.
Right.
And I remember it blew you away because it was just like, it took me, 10 minutes?
That was an amazing thing because you were like, I want to write a little intro piece of music, and I had always intended there to be some kind of intro music, but I was imagining just snatching something that already existed somewhere. But right in front of my face, you just sort of brought this thing out of the ether, and it was lovely.
Oh, sure.
And now I can't imagine it without it. A few episodes in, and it just feels like a necessary part of the fabric.
Sure.
I've seen Don do that so many times with so many different stuff that we worked on. But I mean, I think the first one was the Jesse Thunderwake video that had that da 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 da,
Yep.
and it was deliberately bad.
Yep.
But the idea was it was like poorly put together, but would still be catchy and get stuck in your head after you heard it, and it was like, that was awesome, and you were like, no, it wasn't. It really wasn't.
Yeah, I keep telling Steven I want another crack at the theme song for his, but at this point we should probably let it be. What episode are you on?
Well, I'm about to be recording episode 5.
Yeah, so it's there. How about you? What have you done for the studio this week? Or the label?
The label?
Yeah.
Well, that we had that meeting with an artist last weekend.
Oh, we had the conversation. We can announce. So we had
Okay.
we met with MC Overlord. We're gonna be working on the MC Overlord record.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a lot of fun. Do you guys know who MC Overlord is? This is why we're doing this. MC Overlord is one of the founding members of the Austin hip hop scene. He's really, really good. His career is not where it used to be in the heyday of recorded music, but artistically he's in an even better place. I'm really looking forward to doing that. We're going to do a live band. I'll play bass on it. What else?
So I'm in the process of putting the contract together for that.
Thank you.
And there was various business research conducted.
Sure. We're always doing business research.
Yes.
It's a never-ending process. Like, I don't do the label because I like it. You know, I do the label because it's... When you're releasing your own stuff, you're functionally a label. And then, now that I know how to do it, and I kind of have a feel for it, it's like, well, now I can help others. Where before I used to try to charge per hour, and it very quickly, projects, when you do it that way, they become fiscally irresponsible. So... I just try to make sure to help everybody come together and make some good stuff. All right, what have I done for the label this week? Well, we released two videos on the Jazz Destroyers website. Or not the website. I should build a website. That'll be in the next section. So we released a couple videos on the Jazz Destroyers YouTube channel. I've edited the last. I'm about halfway mixed on the last Freeform Friday session of the year. So we recorded those at Kenny Dorm's backyard, which is a great venue. And on those videos, we're going to put a link to donate. So if you got a little extra bread this holiday season, throw it their way. It's tax deductible and all that. What else have I done for the label this week? I started this podcast.
Yes.
I started this podcast, right? We're starting a YouTube channel. And we're going to put this out. We're going to see how it goes. So, we'll see.
Now, even though it's no mystery to me, just knowing you, why your label is called Get Off My Lawn.
Oh, yeah.
But I am a little curious as to the moment where it came into being.
Oh, yeah. So, I was sitting in my chair in my bedroom, which is in the front of the house. I have one of those horrible houses where the bedroom faces the street. So, I mean, if you really want to give everybody a show, you can. But... I was sitting in my chair, and I heard a commotion outside. And I look out the window, down from the second story down to the sidewalk, and there's 3 teenagers chit-chatting. And I kind of notice them chit-chatting, and then the one turns and he spits on my lawn. Spits into the grass. And I don't know what happened, but at that moment I almost went downstairs and screamed at him. It was like, get off my lawn. What are you doing? Get the hell off my lawn. Now, the sidewalk's public property. Technically, they can hang out on the sidewalk, but don't spit on my lawn. Get off my lawn. I don't even care about the lawn itself that much. It's just, as I become older, I become curmudgeonly, so it fits.
I just love there was an actual incident that completely fits the cliche of the phrase.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I was having a Clint Eastwood moment, that's for sure. Awesome.